So, hi, my name's James, and I'm here with my colleague Miguel, and today we're going to show you how you can build a competitive strategy with digital intelligence. Now, both myself and Miguel are senior digital marketing execs at Coast Digital, which is a full-service digital marketing agency. Now, we're not only fanatical about data, but we also like to take a very user-centered approach as well. And those 2 points fit in nicely into the theme of our talk today. The theme of which is that by understanding your audience's search landscape and your competitors' offerings can help you build a winning digital strategy. Now, as digital marketers, we're quite lucky to have a range of really fantastic analytical tools and valuable data that we can use to execute our campaigns. But actually, in order to take this to the next stage, we need to start putting ourselves in our users' shoes and actually layering in some qualitative data as well. As an agency, we typically find that our clients have a good understanding of their business's strengths and needs of their industry, and quite rightly so. But we often find that when we start layering in some of our user insights, we can actually end up shining a new light on some long-held beliefs. And by the end of this talk, we hope to have inspired you to as you go out and add in this extra layer of insight to your own competitive strategies. I'm now going to hand over to my colleague Miguel.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So, in order to explain what we mean by competitive strategy, we would like to take you through a case study of one of our clients. I will highlight some of our tactics that we were using in order for this competitive research. To give you a bit of context about this client is in the financial sector, actually, and we were requested mainly to generate some leads for organic search at the beginning. So we were facing some challenges. The first challenge actually was the nature of the market. So the market was very niche, to make it a bit complicated, but also there was high competition. So from one side, there was a very specific kind of user that were requested for these services, and from the other hand, actually, there were many players within this industry. So our initial tasks were reviewing data at the beginning. We took analytics to try to understand which was the behavior of our ideal user. We're using Search Console also to understand which keywords we were ranking for, which keywords were useful, also which pages of our content were good for our strategy. And then we undertook competitive research on the Google search results. So at the beginning, we identified which were our main paid competitors. We tried to identify which was their strategy, which were the ones that were there. So as I was saying in the beginning, we were not making paid search, so it didn't make sense not to show on this, also to start competing with them. So we undertook some paid search again. And then also we started to try to analyze which was their strategy. So most of them actually were trying to push bids up in order to have the first position of our mailing. Then we were researching about our organic competitors. Here we were trying to highlight three main things. First thing, how strong was the domain, how much authority they had, also which keywords they were showing for, and also which content they were presenting to the users. Also, we have some indirect competitors. So these are not actually competitors that are offering the services, but also they are competing against you for some spots there in the search results. So here, for example, we found a really good opportunity to optimize our content, to try to show in the position number 0 with the featured snippets, and that will allow us actually to show 3 times, sometimes for a search. 1 in organic, 2nd on the 0 position, and 3rd on the paid one. Then also we're trying to highlight some of the competitive differences of our competitors. So for example, which were the value propositions of them. Most of them were actually trying to differentiate themselves with pricing, with low cost, competitive cost. So actually, we as our client was not able to promise that, but we were able to promise other things. We were able to promise a higher speed of service, a personalized service, So actually that was really important because even that would have made us different also. Then also we're starting to get some search terms opportunities to try to analyze volumes, try to analyze which were the intentions of the keyword of the user, which it would make sense to optimize for search or for paid search, which ones for organic. We're trying to understand this. Then some copy analysis. So from the organic side, we're trying to understand how we can optimize some meta titles, meta descriptions, how we can present it different, our content, but also how we can optimize paid copy. Here we're trying to be different, so we're trying to make different extensions, different value propositions in order to appear and to be more useful for the users. Here we're making some test copy and then we're choosing a winner. So some of the outputs here. The first one is that actually it makes sense. At the beginning we're not making organic, then we change also into paid. For you, for example, it could make sense, maybe you're not doing social, maybe you're not doing shopping, maybe that's more relevant for you. So try to be also where your competitors are and try to understand why they are there. Then we identify the key players on both sides, the organic, which were the rankings, but also which were the paid strategies, what were they trying to do for. So in this case, it makes sense for us to try to optimize our quality score, try to be really specific with specific landing pages, not just to push the cost per clicks higher, but also to understand which also were the clicks actually that were driving our users. And last, we analyzed the competitors' offering, which were the value propositions. Some of them, as I was saying, were competitive pricing, but maybe you can offer speed, you can offer discounts, you can offer reliability, quality on the product, so try to differentiate yourself.
Thank you, Miguel. Now, usually at this point, a lot of people will get to this stage in the research, and that's usually where it stops. But actually, to make sure that we've got a really comprehensive view of the competitive landscape, we then need to dig a little bit deeper and actually start analysing our competitors' offerings. So that's exactly what we did for our client. We went through and took the user journeys. We knew that our users were taking through all of our competitors' offerings. Whether that was search, whether that was via paid, whether that was via social, anywhere that they had a presence. So we did just that. We went through and clicked on our competitors' ads, not to drive relevant clicks, but because it's incredibly important to actually see what those PPC landing pages are like, see what those paid journeys are like. We know it would be very different to when we think about organic. Also, we'll be clicking on organic results as well. As I say, that can provide a different experience, and then some of the onward journeys there too. So we wanted to know, is there anything we could learn from the copy on those priority pages? Is there any actual new content that we might be able to produce? And what are the actual business propositions that our competitors are actually presenting to our audience? So in this example, in one of our clients' competitors, we found that actually from the copy on the pages, again, it sort of was angled around very bigger price focus, which, as Miguel said, is not something our client can do. So they gave us a steer around moving towards some of the more speed and responsiveness messaging. In terms of new content, we can see that from the internal links and the internal pages that the journeys that we were exploring, there's lots of opportunities to actually start producing new content and start ranking for new search keywords that our competitors were appearing for as well. And we found out from the business proposition side that typically in this industry, a lot of the information is kept on lead capture form, but actually this competitor was giving the user everything for free. So you've got the pricing up there straight away, the actual document you need to start this service and hire the client is actually just there for you to get straight away. Whereas for our client, this isn't something that they could do. We couldn't be price competitive. We knew that we would have to almost keep that behind some sort of lead generation form. Otherwise, it's very easy for them to go and start sort of comparing straight up. And the next phase of that is really to go through and actually just go through each of those user touch points. We wanted to see what was being offered. We wanted to know what that experience was actually like as a user. We wanted to know how that differed from our clients, and just to see if there was any learning we could actually take from that. So we would go through. We went through and contacted them via email as a user. Went through each of the touch points, downloading the relevant documents that we needed to. We also went through the contact forms as a user, just to see what the kind of response was, to see if there was anything we could actually learn from that experience. Actually, by doing so, we ended up revealing a huge gap in our clients' email communications. Just to put it in some context, as I said, to actually get the document you need to hire them as a service, typically you have to fill in the lead form. That's what happens for our client. We went through, filled in the contact form on their competitor's website. We were prompted with the document again, but we were then almost immediately emailed by them as well. It was a really detailed, almost bespoke email communication that again attached the documents that we needed, gave us the pricing, gave us lots of detailed contact information, and essentially let us know that when we needed them, they were there and they were ready for us. That left a really nice, lasting impression upon us. When we went through and did that same process on our client's website, it actually took 24 hours to get an email back from them. It was very light on detail, it wasn't very personalised, it didn't even have the attached document. It just didn't compare to what their competitors were doing. Now when we actually presented that to our clients, they were quite surprised at just how efficient their competitors were being. They did actually have a rationale as to why it took 24 hours. For them, they didn't want to give the impression that they were pouncing on new customers. But given the nature of the business, we knew that they couldn't compete on price. We knew that what they could compete on was supposedly speed and service. They would leave a huge upper hand to their competitors. So we presented these findings to our client, and we're now actually in the process of actually revising that key internal procedure. We would only have found this insight by actually going out and doing some of this, going through these actual touch points and being able to present that back. If we'd have stopped the information that we learned from the search landscape piece, which is incredibly valuable and incredibly important, we would never have got to this point. We might be improving our visibility, we might be starting to drive more leads into the business, but if they're landing in a pot that essentially doesn't have the best chance of converting, whereas their competitors do, at the end of the month, our clients are going to turn back to us and say, well, we're not driving the right leads into the business. So it was an incredibly valuable piece of work that we undertook. And the outputs there, again, we had a bit more rationale about what the competitive angles were on messaging and our USPs. We knew that we should be pushing the speed service. We were able to present some opportunities for new content and start ranking for some new terms. And as I say, we were able to revise a key internal process. The final stage of this full sort of competitor research is to do a bit of user research. So we already know what the user can see in the search landscape. We've then realised what the actual experience is like to be a user on your competitors' offerings. We also wanted to know a bit more about what are the user's actual needs, what are their motivations. So we ran feedback surveys, on-site polls, looked at session recordings and enabled to give us some of that data. And again, we can see that we knew that competitive pricing would be probably one of the most important things, but actually speed of service again, responsiveness, and also experience were coming up as well. So really, at the end of this, we were able to sort of feed that back to the client again and have a strong sort of reason, argument for what we wanted to do. This led to us being able to strongly recommend putting testimonials on the page as well to get some extra social proof around those sort of key messaging points. So after doing those sort of 3 stages of work, the search landscape, going through the touch points as we did some user research, we were able to put a really compelling reasoned and evidence-backed case towards the client as a digital strategy going forward. We could tell them what channels to use, we had identified the paid search opportunity, we knew which were the priority search terms and some additional opportunities to rank for some new content. We had a strong idea of what the messaging should be, and we were confident that once the internal procedures had been revised, that our leads were actually given the best opportunity to convert for our client. And in terms of results, after actually rolling those recommendations out, we've seen some really good statistics. We're completely dominating organic share for them now, and paid search impression share as well. And this chart just nicely shows those on a continuing trend upwards. Here was some of the initial tasks when we first started working with the client, which did show some improvements, but actually when we started rolling out the findings from the competitive strategy, that's when we started to make a huge difference.
So, to conclude, we would like you to take 4 of our key learnings today. Maybe you can take them as an action when you go back to work. So the first one is try to understand your digital landscape. There are so many good tools. One from them is like Adthena that is giving you all this kind of information to your competitors, where they're bidding, which keywords of them are driving clicks, all this kind of thing. But also we don't want you to stop there. We would like you to make also some real research. So for example, go analyze your competitors' offering, be your customer, try to see the pains, how they feel, what they need exactly, and try to combine all those learnings in order to be able to drive a really powerful strategy. Thank you.
So as a percentage, what's the change in thinking about competitor strategy? How's that shifted? Is it time spent in agency?
Oh it's incredible. Well, it's just integral to us now. So hard to put a percentage on it, but certainly if we're not doing that at the beginning, we're potentially missing out from the get-go. So every time we take a client on, that's it's one of the first things we will look at, because it's just underpins absolutely everything we do from that point forward.
Who did you survey? Did you use the internal CRM data?
So there are many ways. So in this case, we use some polls on the website. So people actually were landing, we're answering these things. Then we try to use some surveys, and Google Forms also is really useful and very, very easy to set up. So these were giving us all this information from the back.
We're not just asking people when they're on the website, can we do anything to improve the experience, or what do you need? As Miguel said, we're using the Google survey, so after we know the customer, what was their experience like, what was most important to them, what did they like the most about our client, and we can feed that back into everything we're doing from that point onwards.
Okay, thank you very much.